Hello friends, how are you? Hope you are doing well. So let us start the new topic, Esg Audit findings and recommendations. It's a very important subject nowadays. In Esg Audit, we provide a comprehensive view of potential issues and areas for improvement within an organization's ESG practices. Here we are going to discuss an extensive compilation across the ESG dimensions. What can be the findings related to environmental dimension, social dimension, governance related and integrated findings. Also, let us see certain examples one by one. So first discuss the environmental findings. Let's say suppose we can say certain examples of non-compliance with air quality standards resulting in emissions exceeding the permissible limits. We can talk about the inadequate monitoring of the water pollution levels from industrial activities. Also, we can say lack of renewable energy adoption goals and initiatives. Next example can be high water consumption rates without effective conservation measures, insufficient waste management practices leading to increased we can say landfill contributions, and next example can be incomplete environmental impact assessments for new projects. Also, we can say failure to meet energy efficiency targets, which set by the regulatory bodies. Also, certain limited efforts in biodiversity conservation and habitat protections, high carbon footprint due to reliance on fossil fuels, and one more example we can take like inadequate measures for soil erosion and land degradation preventions. So now let us discuss the social audit findings. What can be the examples? We can say like related to diversity, we say low diversity representation in senior leadership positions, gender pay gap disparities across different levels of the organization, unsafe working conditions contributing to occupational health and safety related hazards, insufficient employee trainings and development opportunities. Also, for employee satisfaction, we can say low employee satisfaction and engagement levels, non-compliance with the labor laws and regulations in supply chain operations. For community engagements, we can talk about like lack of community engagement and impact assessment for local communities. Also, we can find like limited initiatives for promoting diversity and inclusion within the workplace, no communication or poor communication and transparency issues in the labor practices. Also, maybe one example can be like lack of grievance mechanisms for addressing the employee concerns. So for employee concerns, generally we have the grievance mechanisms, but let's say suppose lack of grievance mechanism, there is no availability of the grievance mechanism. So that can be the social related example. Then governance related findings can be we talk about the corporate governance first of all. So non-compliance with the corporate governance principles and regulations. Then for independence and diversity for board of directors, so we can say lack of independence and diversity in the board of directors. Executive compensation practices are not aligned with the company performance, or maybe aligned or not aligned, that we can find out. Insider trading and conflicts of interest among the board members, inadequate risk management practices for identifying and mitigating the risk. Related to the control and monitoring system, we can talk about like weak internal controls and monitoring mechanisms, non-transparency in financial and non-financial reporting and disclosures, incomplete disclosures of political contributions and lobbying related activities. And we can take examples of whistleblower policies, like absence of whistleblower policies and protection of the whistleblowers, and also failure to implement anti-corruption measures and policies. So these can be examples related to the governance practices. Now let us discuss one more category, that is integrated findings. In integrated findings, certain finding like inaccurate or incomplete ESG reporting and disclosure practices, also non-adherence to the sustainability reporting standards like GRI and SESB, and lack of integration. Also, we can say integration of ESG factors into the business strategy. Okay, business strategy or strategic planning, and also decision making processes. Then we can say about insufficient stakeholder engagement strategies and practices, poor management of the environmental risk associated with the supply chain operations. Also, when we talk about examples related to accountability and oversight mechanism, so we can say limited accountability and oversight mechanism for the ESG performance, ineffective measures for mitigating climate change related impacts, inadequate resource allocation also can be one of the best example for sustainability initiatives. Related findings, impact on cultural heritage sites and indigenous communities, also neglecting the social and environmental impacts in the project development. Now next we discuss about the recommendations for improvement. What improvement activities or initiatives we can plan, or we can plan certain programs related to it. So first take example of the environmental management, where we say like we implement comprehensive environmental management system, we set specific targets for reducing emissions and improving the resource efficiency. Also we enhance monitoring and reporting of the environmental performance. In the social responsibility, what we say, we develop and implement diversity and inclusion programs, we strengthen health and safety protocols and training programs, we also establish the robust community engagement strategies and initiatives. Then we discuss about the governance related enhancements, like enhance the board diversity and independence, we review and align executive compensation with the performance metrics. Also we strengthen internal controls and risk management frameworks. In the integrated approach, we can say certain recommendations like we embed ESG considerations into the core business strategies and operations. Also we improve transparency and accountability in the ESG reporting. We foster a culture of ethical business conduct or responsible business conduct and compliance throughout the organization. In the stakeholder engagement, we can say conducting regular stakeholder consultations and feedback sessions. Also we address stakeholder concerns and integrate feedback into the decision making. And then we finally discuss about the continuous improvement. In this we establish a roadmap for continuous ESG performance management or performance improvement programs. Also we monitor progress against ESG goals and targets through the robust KPIs. So this extensive list of ESG audit findings and recommendations highlights the complexity and the breadth of ESG challenges faced by the organizations. And addressing these findings through proactive measures and strategic initiatives can enhance sustainability performance, we can mitigate the risks, and we can improve stakeholders' trust and engagement over the time. Thank you very much, friends. Let us start new topic now.